We play for keeps, Cuddy. You ain't heard about the Huddle fire with no with D-Lane. We tryna get it off the muscle. Walters caught the pick and ran it back without a tussle. Blow the whistle, coach is trying to get back to the huddle.
Welcome to the 510 Huddle podcast. It's your boy, Coach D-Lane. I'm in the building with a special guest and a good friend of mine, my guy, Temidayo Yussuf. How you doing, Timmy?
It's good, D-Lane. Appreciate you having me on here.
Got you, fam.
About time. I've been waiting to get on here with y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. My co-host couldn't make it, but we're going to hold it down, still get your story anyway. Let's start from the beginning, Timmy. How did you get introduced to hoop, man?
I'll say, I think it was about third grade, I want to say, my first year playing basketball with Coach Mike Harris and the Oakland Rebels, 8 and under. I for sure was trash. Might have been the worst dude on the team, but I was on the team because Marcus Harris, you know Marcus, his dad, Coach Mike, and my dad worked at the juvenile center.
Okay.
You know, where a lot of dudes' dads worked there, so he just got on with that, and he told me, you know, you're going to play behind basketball over here. I'm like, all right, I'm trying it out. Started off with them. We had Marcus, DJ, Nate. Nate was on our squad. I'm not really even sure who else was on that squad.
Junior was on that team.
Junior was on our team for sure. Yeah, we had Big Junior.
Marjani?
Oh,
you know how I remember?
Marjani was athletic.
My first year playing organized. So what year was that, you said? Or grade?
That was third grade.
Third, okay. Probably fourth or fifth because I played with 3D Ballers. Yeah, but I remember we played y'all at y'all Easter tournament at Frick. That's when we always used to have it at Frick.
Yeah,
I think y'all got us, man. I think y'all got us.
Plays off for sure.
Yeah, I remember Marjani on the team with his tall, long ass with dreads. Y'all had Keys. DJ coming out there looking like a fake ass LeBron. That's my guy. But no, y'all had a tight little squad, bro. Yeah, y'all had man. We had a squad too, man. We had Mike.
Ish was playing with us for a little bit. I don't know if he was out of order though, because he was like, he would play for Northwestern, he'll play with us for a little bit. Like,
okay.
I think like maybe once. I just remember because Ish nice. So
okay.
I remember that.
Man, you played for some pretty good AAU teams, man. You played for them. You got to the Kings and Bay Area.
So like, after that, when I played with, I'm not sure how long I played with the Rebels, but like I said, I for sure was the worst player on the squad. Like I just started playing. And, I think it was like I don't know if my dad thought I wasn't playing enough or I thought I wasn't playing enough. I really don't remember. But then he was just like, we're going to go to this other team. And that was very elite. And I'm not sure if Akil was there before I got there. But actually, it might have been Akil because Akil's dad worked at the juvenile center with my dad, too. Okay. So that's how they became cool, and I'm still cool with Coach B to this day.
Thinking on that Rebels team, that team was pretty stacked at bigs. Like
stacked.
4 or 5.
DJ, Junior,
Johnny, Junior.
They was killing me in practice all the time. I always had to deal with that. But, it was never – it was fun.
Iron sharpens iron.
For sure. Yeah. I was never really getting any better, but we young, so it's not like we're working out or nothing. But I just love being with them. Those my boys. I still fuck with them, a lot of them to this day. So I don't know if we curse on here.
Oh, you good? No, we went raw and authentic, baby.
You good. That's why. So then I think my dad and Akil's dad just was like, my dad found out for him about Barry Elite, so then I went over to Barry Elite with Akil. And then we had the other dude, like I said, Ricky Town. His dad was coaching too. His name was Ricky Town Sr. But I was telling you, he was coached by Al Addles Jr. Al Addles was the coach for the Warriors.
Warriors played for the Warriors too.
Yeah, played for the Warriors back in the day. His son was the coach of our team. So, we was amongst someone who, knew what he was talking about with hoop and all that for sure. We had some great practices. But that team was like, we was kind of based out of like Concord, Walnut Creek. That's what we would practice at, right by De La Salle, because that's where most of the other kids lived at. And this was like the first time I played on a team with other white dudes, because we had like Ricky Town was white. We had another kid named Matt Winokur. He went to I'm not sure what school he went to. He might have went. He played football. He played quarterback. He might have went to San Ramon. I'm not sure where Matt went to.
Sound familiar.
I could look it up later, but I think he went to San Ramon. I'm not sure, but he ended up going to Stanford for baseball. He played baseball for real.
Okay.
He went to Stanford for baseball. We had Ricky who played football. Jabari obviously played football. Mm-hmm. with Atlanta, we went to UCLA. We had a kid.
No, he came after me. Javari is younger. How old is he?
Javari is younger than me, for sure.
He younger than you? So, okay, yeah. Okay, I didn't know that.
You're younger than me.
Yeah, okay. He came probably like right after.
Yeah, so he, but we was just full of athletes. Like, then we had Akil. Then we had JoJo Zamora. JoJo, he played with us on that team. Mm-hmm. We had Trevor, for sure, come through. We had a lot of good dudes. And then, like I said, it was the first time I played with other white dudes, and they were great.
So at what point did y'all take that team and make Bay Area or make the Oakland Kings?
So we played with that team. Me, JoJo, and Akil. We were like, I would say I was closest with them because we would live from the same area, and we would all go to Concord, want to agree together. So we would always ride with each other or just be with each other.
Okay. Shout out my guy, Kill, man. He's a former guest on the show. Kill Borderline. Top trainers, man. Top football. All athletes.
He's getting into LA.
He's training all.
No, he's doing his thing.
Kill Borderline.
I'm proud of him, for sure. He's been doing. But yeah, so we was me, Akil, JoJo. We was all on Bay Area Elite. And Trev too. We had to get Trev because Trev was nice. And actually, I think Junior played Barry Elite a little bit. I'm not sure. I think he did. Junior played with us, Big Junior. He was too nice in the post. Junior.
And he had a football body, but he really could move. Though he was for a big boy. He was agile. Yeah, he was agile as hell.
He had the best post game for sure. I couldn't guard him.
I actually ended up getting to play with Junior one year. I played with Junior, Sean Briggs. I played with a few cats on M33M, and that was coached by Coach Musselman. And we were sponsored by Mike Miller.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like I played a few tournaments with them, bro. We had a cool little squad. Yeah. We had a cool little squad, and me, I'm a guard, so I was doing pick and roll with Junior and Sean all day, going crazy. But that was a cool little team. But the Oakland Kings team, man, y'all.
No, the Oakland Kings, that was crazy how that happened. Like, I think we were just like, we want to do something different. And, I feel like it was probably because we were just taking too many trips out there. And I think, JoJo dad, Debo, D'Angelo, Coach D'Angelo, he was just like, yeah, we're going to start a new team. And it was me, a kid.
I remember Coach Debo used to be turning up at crazy on the sideline.
He's always lit.
Did he hit the ground one time? I think he hit the ground and did some
I don't remember, but he was always lit.
He used to be turned up on the sideline.
He used to be honest, but hey, that's how you gotta get players going. Dan, he had D-Man coaching us too. We was right there at that Boys and Girls Club over there on
85th,
for sure, right there on 85th.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had some dogs on that team, and then we brought in Day for sure. Mike Pickney came through on that team. We had a nice big John Pfeiffer. We just had a lot of dogs. I mean, like I said, I got better.
We used to call John Greg Olding.
Yeah, he was nice though. He was a good big. I mean, like we said, that
did he keep playing? Or did he play high school?
I think he went to Alameda, but I'm not sure if he kept playing or not though.
Okay.
But he was tall. He had game. Okay. I mean, and Jesse played with us too. Jesse did play. Jesse played with us.
We had Cam on the show not too long ago. We was talking about playing with Jesse.
Craig and Lonnie played with us too. Okay. I don't know if you remember them.
Okay, I think I remember Lonnie.
Yeah, we had some. I mean, and I really don't even know how I was holding my own. I mean, it was times where I didn't play that much, but I remember playing a lot for sure for them.
When do you feel like you caught your rhythm as far as as an individual player? Because the Oakland Kings time was right around middle school, correct?
Middle school for sure, 6, 7.
I got with you freshman year before summer.
I want to say
I thought your game you was already there. So you feel me?
Yeah, I think it was the Kings really, bro, because like I said, it was a lot of dogs in that gym. Man, D-Mac was a dog, Coach D'Angelo was a dog, and there was honest it was for sure a time I remember, after one of the practices, from me, I just felt like I wasn't good. I just felt like I was the worst dude on the team. I don't even know what had me feeling like that, but when you're that young, you shouldn't even be thinking like that.
Yeah.
But
that's how you know you dedicated.
You know what I'm saying? I told my dad. I was in the car going back from practice. I told my dad, I was crying. I'm like, man, I don't even know if I want to play basketball no more. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what would make you say that? I'm just like, man, I don't think I'm good enough. He's like, man, if you don't think you're good enough, then you can't just quit. That ain't how a man is. So, he told me that at an early age. And for men, I'm like, all right, I just can't quit. And then I was just D-Mac will always have like me, Akil, and JoJo will always. And I forgot a couple of players on the team would be in there working out with D-Mac like late nights, early mornings, just getting it in, extra work. You feel me? And that was the first time I was introduced to like putting in extra work, like 6th, 7th grade with D-Mac. And that just took my game to a little bit of a different level because at that time I didn't really understand that putting in that work led to having confidence on the court. You know what I'm saying? I never really had that confidence on the court because I wasn't really putting in that work. Practice isn't enough. You know, we know that now. Practice is never enough.
You got to put your own work in.
So D-Mac, I mean, you could ask Akil or JoJo what type of workouts he had us doing, but I mean, he had us right. And when that workout, that I think it was probably the summer of sixth going into 7th because I left that team after my 7th grade year. But that summer, he just instilled work into me, and I played well that summer, real well with them. I'm pretty sure I still might be coming off the bench. I might have been starting too, though, but I know I played well that summer for sure, and I for sure held my own because, like I said, there was a lot of good players on that team. Okay. And then after that, I went back to the Rebels with Coach Mike to finish off my middle school and back with Marcus and DJ and Nate. You know, we had a squad.
So before we get to your high school AAU team, which was the Rebels, like you said, you went back to the Rebels and I had a real good team. We'll get to that. We got to talk about our freshman year, man. Got to talk about that freshman year summer, man. Come on, man. Is that where I already know you knew DJ? Is that where you met Jalen?
That's where I met Jalen.
At Castro?
At Castro, yeah. But I actually played Jalen in middle school. My middle school team played Jalen's middle school team. We smacked him by 30, but Jalen had like 35. So
okay.
He was going crazy. But yeah, that was
that's crazy. I already knew Jalen. I knew of DJ from playing Rebels when he was younger, playing against Rebels when he was younger. But I met DJ when we got there.
Yeah, that's really kind of how I met Jalen.
Okay.
With DJ.
Let me tell you a funny story on DJ, bro. So we already know what type of cat Jalen is. You feel me? As far as like, so I think the first practice that summer, Jay was like, D. He come meet me at my house because I lived the closest. I think DJ did at the time. He moved, but I lived like by Cash Valley Park. He was like, hey D, let's go to practice early. He like, go get some work in. No, that's Jack. I'm all right, yeah, we can for sure do that. But we end up getting on the wrong bus. They end up being late to practice. You feel me? Trying to get there early.
CV?
Yeah, CV. We ended up getting on the wrong bus.
I was there?
I think you might have already been there. It's the summer. It's still the summer. I'm about to tell you how we met DJ. I think this is how we met DJ. I think this is probably the second or third day of practice because we know who he is, DJ, but we don't know him like that. So we get off and we're like, damn, bro, we ain't nowhere. We get off somewhere in Cash Valley. We're like, we ain't nowhere by the school. Like, we don't know how to get there. We're like, damn, like, I just know the straight way. I'm like, I don't know this way. And we end up walking past DJ or getting past DJ somehow. This fool, I said we're late to practice.
He's not going to practice.
DJ, no, he's going to practice late. Eating a box of vanilla wafers. Walking down the street, hella slow. You know how DJ is. He's just walking down the street like this. Eating a box. And we right by, so ironically, we ended up getting off on the bus by his house. And DJ lived the closest to Castro. And like I said, but it was on some cut streets type shit. And I didn't know that area. He was like, we gotta go this way, yo. I was like, bro, and we late. We was like, ain't you late? He was like, bro, we trying to get there early. Like, what happened? You feel me? So that's how I met DJ, bro. You feel me?
If you know DJ, that story don't surprise
you. Yeah. It's been my brother since though, man. Him and Jalen, all of them. But man, that summer, I don't remember losing the game, bro. We did summer league, stupid.
It was crazy. It was really crazy, Aaron. And that's crazy how we was playing summer league and none of us was enrolled in Castro Valley yet.
None. Yeah.
That was crazy. But I mean, we thought we was going to be the next one in that.
Come on, man. We had our own foe.
We was going crazy that summer. That was fun. That was one of the funnest summers I had playing summer league with y'all.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite times hooping for sure, man. Just because we was playing free and getting up and down.
Coach Nick Jones, man.
Yeah.
That's his name?
Yeah, Coach Jones. Coach Jones.
Yeah. We had some.
It was young in our prime, man. Getting it in.
Just playing. Then it wasn't stretching or nothing.
And then Timmy break everybody's heart, man. Break up the group. We had the big three, but Timmy break up the big four because he want to go to St. Joe. What happened there, man? What happened there?
Shoot. Basically, my mom said I couldn't go to Castro Valley. So basically, she wasn't feeling it. She wanted me to go to private school. So
okay.
I mean,
shit. I remember we were just talking hella. We was like, bro, this is private. This is gonna get. This all white kids up here. It's a good education. We was talking. We was saying hella shit to get Timmy to come, bro.
My dad was with it. Coach Jones, I wanted to go. Thought I was going to Castle Bracket. Second St. Joe's, I didn't go to no orientation. You got to go to orientation to go to St. Joe's time. I didn't go to no orientation. I did a meeting with the little counselor who let you into school like a week before going to St. Joe's. So St. Joe's was like a last minute thing. My mom just thought that would just be a better situation for me. And, looking back on it, I mean, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it for the world. I mean, I'd have it exactly how it was when we played that summer league together.
It's experience, bro.
That brought us together. I probably wouldn't have been able to do the Rebels after that without having that experience with y'all. So
facts. So let's transition to that Rebels team, man. Y'all was the next crop after Juan, TJ, and them, right?
Hamid,
they had a real good team. I had Hamid on last night. He was talking about that team a little bit that summer they had.
No, they were great. They were great. We actually, I remember one time our team that was supposed to be our freshman Rebel team was played them right before they left for college, and they dogged us just in we played in at West Campus where we used to work out at. We just played 5-on-5, scrimmaged them, and they dogged us. It was sick. But I mean,
what was y'all 5 versus they 5?
It was me, Joey, Joey Frenchwood, Jalen, DJ. Who else do we have, man? We had Isaac. You know Isaac.
That's my cousin.
Ike was on our team.
Okay.
I mean, but that was our main 5 because those are the only dudes that kept coming back. Because I'm telling you, Rain and Phil used to run the dudes away. Who's gonna handle that work?
I believe you, bro.
Who's gonna handle that work? I mean, we had a lot of dudes coming in and out.
I remember Jalen and DJ used to come every day. They bro, we sore. The school, they'd be like, man, I'm like, man, what's wrong with y'all? Come on, we finna go.
That was our main 5. I'm really trying to think. Joey Good stuck with us for a number of years. Okay. Man, if I forgot some dudes, I'm sorry.
And I'm talking about that scrimmage. Then who y'all played against? That was
Juan, Hamid, TJ, Dominique Tapp, Big Brandon that played at St. Joe's my freshman year. Okay. I think Jakari was there. Jakari Woodfield that played at St. Joe's. They had I mean, it was wrong. We didn't know. It was they dogged us. But I'm trying to think. They had a couple of people that was just good. You already know about that.
What was it with Raymond and them, man? Because I said, I seen it as far as I remember I was playing football, but Jalen and them kept trying to tell me, hey, come play with the Rebels, come play with us.
Nah, it was different. It was real because, my dad was like, you don't want to play for the Soldiers. And I'm like, I didn't know nobody on the Soldiers. I mean, I think Trev went to go play for the Soldiers right away.
And my boy, I think Red played for him.
Red played for the Soldiers too. Red played for us too. Red played with the Rebels too last year.
Last year, right?
Junior year, going to senior. Red was nice for us.
Red was cold. Red was cold when we was youngsters. He was on that first 3D bowling team with me and Ivan. That's my boy. Red tell you when I first started playing, I couldn't catch none of his passes. Red throw them hot down. Red throw some hot down. Boy, I couldn't catch none of his shit at first.
I think Red had some offers. He was Red.
My boy rapping and shit, man.
That was nice. Back to what you were saying. Ram and them was just real, man. They kept it real with us, man. It wasn't no candy coated, nothing. It wasn't you getting a scholarship, nothing. It was just like, we about to get this work, man. And,
I seen it, bro. I seen y'all games, you feel me? Because, I felt like I used to be better than Jay. Jay was my boy, but I felt like I used to be better than Jay. It was like that freshman to sophomore summer. It was and he was telling me to come, but I was playing ball, and I always wish I could have trained for basketball like I did for football. Maybe I could have did something different with hoop. But I seen my boy Game just go to another level. Jay was in command of the game. He was taking shit off the dribble now, doing step backs and shit. And before then, we all know Jay was only a real spot-up shooter type cat. You feel me? Didn't like to put the ball on the ground. But when he got with Raym and Phil,
the thing about them, number one, they're gonna get you in shape. You can't play for them without being in shape. Okay. All we did was run, practice, and just do hella drills. But Phil and Jalen, they used to be going at it just like this because, Phil a point guard coach, Jalen a point guard. Mm-hmm. I mean, they love each other to death, no doubt. But, they was going at it, and I think that just brought a fire out of Jalen because Jalen was always just kind of trying to prove Phil wrong. You feel me? I could be a point. I'm a dog. I could do this. And that's what Jalen was. And like I was telling you earlier, I always thought Jalen was our best player. I mean, obviously DJ was our most talented player. And knowing DJ, if you know DJ, not to knock on DJ, but he knows this too. I tell DJ this all the time. He ain't reached his full potential. DJ for sure could have been high major talent touching the league, in my opinion. But I always thought Jalen was our best player because he was just always a leader and just always gave his heart. You know,
Jay's what you call a blue collar guy for people out there, man. Because my boy pack his lunch pail and go to work, man.
Go to work, and it didn't matter if he was hurting or what happened the day before.
I seen Jay San Leandro game. I was telling Ish about the game last night because I think it was against Ish. In high school, Jay got stepped on, bro, and his eye was bloodshot red. It was red. I'm thinking Jay not about to play. We coming on second half. This nigga out there playing.
He gotta play.
We looking at Jay like he crazy, like he look like the Terminator and shit. Like, bro, you good? Like, can you see? He out there getting buckets, still getting buckets.
You gotta knock Jalen out for him not to play for sure.
Bro got hurt.
Hey, he made me step my shit up, and I'm like, I can't let Jalen give his all, and I'm not giving my all. So that's really why I always play hard. So that's why I try to pride myself on playing hard.
Sure.
But yeah, Rain, they just brought it out of us, and we just knew that, you know, we loved each other too, and we knew we could be some dogs. And we seen what they did for Juan and them. All of them had scholars. So
what year on the circuit do you think was your best year? 'Cause I remember, what was that, junior or sophomore year when y'all went to Indiana and y'all went like to the Final Four or something? Like the Final Eight when y'all was in Indiana
every year. Man.
1 year y'all got close, didn't y'all?
Yeah, I don't know what year that was. It could have been our sophomore year. It could have been our junior year. But I feel like our junior year going into our senior year was our best year because we was all at our best. Like me personally, I feel like I was at my best. Me and Jalen put a lot of work in that summer together with Rain and the trainers he had us with. So I felt like I was at my best that year. I thought we was at our best that year. Dalvin played with us too that summer because he was like a senior trying to get scholars.
Did DJ play with y'all last summer? Because didn't DJ leave though to Florida like senior year?
No. That was after high school.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, so DJ played with us. We had DJ Red. Oh my God, we had DJ Red, Ike, Joey, Jalen, Dalvin. I think we had Nate. Not Nate Ellis, but Nate Moore. Yeah, you know, went to CV with y'all.
Oh man, my boy Nate.
And then I think we had one more guy, but that was our main core. And we was going around and we was beating dudes for sure. I mean, we lost probably like a lot of semis, but no, I feel like that was our best year. We was all on.
Nate is another one. I feel like if he would have just trained for basketball like he did for track. You feel me? 7th grade, I seen Nate ride and bop on somebody. He like our height now. He like my height now. He the same size. Stupid bounce. My bro got stupid bounce, man.
He walking the gym and try to But that team, yeah, that was a great time. That team, I'll never change that for nothing. Because it taught us how to work for sure. Rain, I mean, obviously, when you get to college, it's another level of workout. I mean, another level of practice that you're never gonna. But
you felt prep ready for it.
Other than going to prep school, you're never gonna really get that preparation of what a college practice is gonna be like. College workout. I think Rain and Phil had the next best thing to that.
Like the
closest thing. I mean, obviously, your body never really ready for the college yet, but it give you that, okay, you're going to have to mentally be tough. You know what I'm
never tipped my hat to Coach Beam and them at Laney, but I think they do the same thing because I was in the best shape, running shape I ever was at Laney. And when I got to my university, I just knew how to practice. I knew what type of time it was. Tempo. Yeah, like they had a good standard.
Because at the end of the day, their name is on the line too because they sent you there. You know what I'm saying? So they know what they're doing. They got the formula. I mean,
so you just talked about a special team right there, but your high school experience, Timmy, you won state. What year was that?
I won state twice. Actually, I played in Arco all 4 years of high school.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't.
Okay, excuse me, brother. Go on now. Talk that shit. Correct the pie, man. Go and get it right.
Freshman year at St. Joe's was an experience for sure. I even thought about transferring after that. I wanted to come to CV bad because I was on VAR. I went to St. Joe's not expecting to be on VAR. I thought I was going to do the JV thing. Probably play VAR for a playoff. So you know how they do it. Because, I just wanted to go play with the homies at the time, but I'm not thinking.
All 4 years, did you play with Monty there or no?
No, Monty came my sophomore year, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, Monty was a year. Monty and Marcus Harris came to St. Joe's.
Okay.
So that was cool. But my freshman year, they were already stacked. We had 6-7 seniors. Big Brandon that went to Northern Colorado, 6'10".
Okay.
Jakari Whitfield.
Okay.
Excuse me, our point guard. We had Dominic Lippy, coach's son, who was a great wing.
Okay.
We had a lot of older guys, and I didn't expect to play.
That was D4, D5.
D5.
Got you.
D5. But I wasn't expecting to play for sure, and I knew that. And I was like, Coach, like, just let me go play JV. He didn't want me to. Coach Don Lippy, like one of the greatest coaches of all time for sure. Yeah. I love him to death to this day. But he didn't let me. He didn't really let me play at all. Or I wasn't. I knew I wasn't ready to play. I never played varsity ever. And our league was OD. We had St. Mary's, Salesian, St. Pat's.
St. Pat, St. Vincent.
St. Pat, St. Vincent. El Cerrito came in our league my junior year. We had Pinole Valley. We had, I say St. Mary's already?
Yeah, and you said Salesian was down there at the time? Yeah.
DA, my senior year. I mean, my freshman year, we played DA. The next year, they had Jabari Bird.
Did y'all beat them?
My freshman year, we beat them. I didn't play. I wasn't playing.
Okay. What about your sophomore year with Jabari Bird?
I never beat Jabari Bird in my life, for sure.
I remember Jabari when we was young in the LA tournament. I wish I already said it. I got to bring Johnny on here, my brother, my roommate. He got the best AAU memory. Like, he remembers everything. But I remember an LA tournament, I think it was LA or Anaheim, and I just seen it was a lefty. He was going crazy.
No, Jabari Bird?
And he a lefty?
No, he was righty. Jabari Bird, I went to Cal.
They went to Cal.
Yeah,
okay, I thought he was a lefty. Okay, I'm tripping. Bro was cold though. I remember him from when we was younger. Dark skin Cal. I remember him. Yeah, no, he was cold though. I remember him just getting buckets like all by himself. He was carrying his team down there. I'm like, man, this bro got it. You feel me?
Yeah, DA was a dog too. I mean, but he went to Finlay for his senior year. But like I was saying, my freshman year I didn't play, but we won state that year. They was good. They were really good. We had a crazy playoff run. They won state that year. They actually lost like the game to go to state last year. So this was kind of like their revenge tour for the seniors. So I understood that, and I took the backseat to that. I was never even tripping.
Okay.
I just always thought I should have played JV just to have fun and get that confidence. But coach saw the bigger picture from me.
Yeah, sophomore year.
Sophomore year is kind of where I took off a little bit as far as making a name for myself in the area.
And who was on that team? Y'all went to state that year too?
We went to state that year. We lost, but we went to state that year. That team had Monty was on the team. Marcus Harris was on the team. I don't know if you remember Justin Brown. He played with 3D. Justin Brown. He went to Montero, but he played at St. Joe's.
The name sounds familiar.
Justin Brown. Then we had a couple other guys that you might not know the name, but
and then who'd y'all lose to?
We lost to a Village Christian team from Southern Cal. But we lost to them. They were just bigger than us, better than us. They had a lot. They had a couple guys who went D1. Actually, the guy who I ended up being teammates with at Long Beach State, Bryant, just my boy. So my sophomore year, we lost. Like I said, my junior year was kind of like, okay, what can I do? Because my sophomore year, I wasn't really known yet. You know what I'm saying? But I got a little bit bigger. I think I grew like 3 inches that summer. And
sophomore going in.
Freshman going into sophomore year.
Okay.
So I got a little tall. I was kind of growing into my body a little bit, but I was still a little awkward, still a little skinnier. But, I just played hard, and then we had a decent year. Actually, when we played Salesian at our spot, and I had like 18 points, 10 rebounds, but it was like Salesian was kind of ranked like high at that time, and it was a close game. He wasn't even picked to be close with them, so I think it was on TV or one night. That was kind of like my coming out party because they wasn't expecting that from me. Ever since then, I feel like that just gave me confidence because they had Big Freddie Tagaloa. Is that his last name? Is that his last name?
Freddie.
I'm saying Tagaloa like two. I'm tripping.
Big Freddie, I know you're talking about.
Big Freddie from Salesian. Did he go to Oregon or Cal?
I know you're talking about.
Big Freddie was a monster. He played basketball for them. So, I was battling him. They had Jeffrey Parker. They had Mario Dunn. They had Markel Leonard. They had some dudes. They had Jabari Bird. But the DA wasn't there. But it was really good. I mean, they beat us. And we never, like I said, we never beat them. But that wasn't supposed to be close. It was a close game, so that kind of gave me.
Were y'all in different divisions as far as
we was D5, they was D4.
Okay, I was wondering why y'all never seen them in the playoffs.
No, we never seen them in the playoffs. Okay. But we always played them. Yeah, them and St. Pat's and St. Mary's was D4.
Did you play? He didn't go there. Did Gabe go to that one? That St. Mary's thing?
No, Gabe went to St. Mary's in the Stockton.
Okay, I was going to say him.
I played him though my senior year. I played him in the tournament. In Sacramento, he beat us stuff.
He was nice.
Gabe was nice, but yeah. So my junior year, we just
they didn't make it to the league. Gabe Vincent, Miami, yeah.
Shout out to Gabe Vincent for
sure. Man, local talent.
He's doing it big right now. But yeah, my junior year, we made it to state again. I didn't really feel like it was like I said, my sophomore year, it was just I just played well that year. Consistent. I was a double guy. Nothing big numbers, but a double guy as a sophomore. It's a pretty big deal. I got a couple local accolades. I did get first team all league.
Okay.
I was second. I was second to MVP in the league to Jabari Bird, but he got every vote. I think my coach is the only one I voted for.
Okay.
But anyways,
Coach on love,
yeah, Jabari Bird obviously was the best player in the league. But yeah, that was kind of like my coming out that year.
Okay.
So the next year was my junior year, and in my opinion, I underperformed, but I probably was still a double guy. I felt like I didn't dominate the way I should have. We kind of had the same guys coming in that year, the same guys returning that year. And we was like, okay, we could get to state again. It was kind of easy. That's kind of was our mindset, in my opinion. And we did. We got there again, but we didn't have that good of a year going through it. We took some L's that we for sure shouldn't have had. I felt like I played a little bit softer, trying to expand my game, which is what I should have been doing, but I wasn't really working on it as consistently as I should have. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So instead of being aggressive and dominating the paint, which I was good at, sometimes I'll shoot a lot of threes, do some
playing away from the basket.
Playing away from the basket, but which never my numbers never dropped. It was just like I could have been doing way better.
Yeah.
And so we went to state, kind of big headed. We playing a team that wasn't supposed to be there. And we thought we were gonna blow them out just because off what we kind of big headed. We got to say it again. What do they know? We've been here before.
Yeah.
Literally, none of us won. You know what I'm saying? I was on the team my freshman year, but I didn't play. So I don't know.
Y'all smelling yourselves.
Exactly. So we got there.
And who'd y'all play?
We played Horizon. I think they Horizon Christian. I could be wrong, or just Horizon High School in San Diego.
Okay.
They actually had two good football players. One, I think his name is Markel Bird or something like that. I think he did pass away not too long ago. Car accident. He went to New Mexico for football.
Okay.
And then another player, something Carrington, but he played in Oregon. He was a wide receiver at Oregon when they had that run. I think his name was Darren Carrington or something like that.
Okay, I know.
He was good. He was good at Oregon. He had a little run over there.
Okay.
I think Mariota was his quarterback.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so we played them, and they had them two, and they had two white boy twins. I don't mean to use that term like that, but two white twins. I remember their last names though, Underwood, because like I said, one of them, I remember him for sure. So we played them. And it was a close game. We kind of took the game going into the fourth. We took the game, taking the game. We was up by 10, maybe 12, all throughout the fourth.
I fumbled that.
All throughout the fourth, Damari. I'm gonna tell you about this game, man. I forgot how, but it come down to 4 free throws, and that's all I remember. All I remember is the last free throws. I was 9 for 9 throughout the game. I get fouled. I'm not sure if it was a one-on-one or double bonus. I missed both. They come down, score. I think they cut it to 3, or maybe they cut it to 2. I think. And we was just tricking the game away, giving turnovers. But leading up to that, they cut it to 2. And I think when they came down, scored. Like I said, we got the ball back. They fouled Marcus. He missed 2 free throws. They get the ball, come down, hit one of the white twins, Underwood, game from NBA 3 range at the buzzer for the state championship. So
that's why I remember him.
For sure. I don't remember him till I died. He broke my heart that day. I was crying on the court. Everything in my mind had to come get me off the court. Everything.
It was legit. He got it off and everything.
It was legit. I knew it was good. I just was like, I was just hoping it wasn't real. And it happens. It's basketball. I mean, I learned after that. I'm like, anything can happen in the sport of basketball for sure. And you see it all the time in March Madness, NBA. It's crazy, but a lot of crazy shit happens.
So what happens that senior year?
So it was like that year. That going after that, I was hurt, like heartbroken, like I said. But then that summer is when, like I said, me and Jalen put in crazy work. Rain introduced us to a strength and conditioning trainer for the first time. That's the first time I really got none. And I did work out with Ant actually a little bit here and there. I was working out with Ant throughout high school. But this particular summer, me and Jalen were working out with a CrossFit trainer in Emeraldville. Some guy named Mike, Coach Mike. I don't remember his last name, but he got me and Jalen right. It's the first time I ever was really hitting squats, bench press, pushing sleds, this, that, and the third, and box jumps, all that. And he had me and Jalen feeling ultra athletic at the time. And then we would always go back to Berkeley High and work out with Rain. So we did that summer, and I know for a fact my game took off because every tournament I knew I was killing. I mean, whether it was I was scoring, I for sure was getting doubles almost every game, and it led to me getting the scholarships that I got. But like I said, that summer was crazy. We did all that work, and then going into my senior year, I just was a whole different player. My body looked different. My mindset was different. I'm like, I gotta win state. And this was kind of the time where they were doing open division.
Okay.
It's the first year of open division, actually.
Yeah, it was 14 our senior year when they credited that shit. Yeah. They credited football, I remember.
Right, so
they was running through shit.
They was doing their thing. And who was always winning? I think like Modern Day was always killing them.
Coming out the South. Yeah, coming out of SoCal.
So they was like, we got to just put the best teams. But yeah, I respected that. But so, which was crazy though, so I had a great senior year. Did everything I was supposed to do, 20 and 18 type of stuff. I already committed to Long Beach State before that, so the pressure of getting a scholarship wasn't on me. So I was just focused on getting to state. I think we only lost like 5 games that year. And actually, what was very pivotal in our success that year was our coach actually got 2 great guards on Jody Smith, who ended up going to Pepperdine. He had Pepperdine right now. Okay, he's the only other D1 player since me. Okay, and Darnay Duckett, he's at a D3 women, but he's really, really good. So he's undersized for the guard position, but he's really good. So the other 2 were freshmen, and they came in, they were starting right away.
On your senior team?
On my senior team.
Okay.
They were like that for sure. So without them, we wouldn't have been as good as we are. We still had Monty, we still had Marcus, and we had a couple other pieces but that 5 right there, nobody was fucking with us for sure. Coming
out that summer, I know Phil and Raymond, it was probably big for your recruiting. Was it just always Long Beach, or did you have any other?
I had
thought maybe
it was mostly Big West. It was mostly Big West for sure. I would say I had Portland and LMU. Pepperdine was recruiting me a little bit.
Pepperdine, hella nice. Did you go?
Good. I never went.
I've never been either.
They never offered me.
Yeah, I heard it's hella nice though.
It's beautiful. It's for sure. It's in Malibu.
Okay, yeah, I haven't been, but I heard it's
I played there, but I never really been out there in Malibu. But it's beautiful. But LMU, I don't really remember who I was offered by, but it wasn't a crazy list. It was mostly West Coast schools. I mean, almost all of them were in California.
So you knew Long Beach, like
it was between Long Beach and LMU because it was the only 2 visits I took. Okay, I didn't really think I needed 5 visits. I mean, even now I don't even think I would have took more than 3 visits. But those are the 2 schools I was looking at as far as because the academics at both were good and basketball was decent at both. And I visited Long Beach first. And I was sold on the school because the location is beautiful in Long Beach, and everything looked good. Facilities are good. I mean, it's nothing high major, but I don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? So I just need somewhere to play, and the gym was amazing. It's a pyramid. I don't know if you've ever seen it. No, it's a big blue pyramid. Okay, and then it's like covering the gym, and then you walk in, and then you go down. So the gym is downstairs. It's like underground kind of. It's real nice. And then I visited LMU, and LMU is right at LA, right by LAX. So that's a whole different lifestyle right there. It's real beautiful over there too. So I was kind of torn between those 2, but I kind of had some insight on that the LMU coach was probably going to get fired after this year if they didn't win. And they didn't really do no changes in the year for them to really
So that's what made you kind of
made me really go to Long Beach, and I kind of wanted to go there off the rip, and my dad wanted me to go to LMU too, but I just made the decision that I wanted to, and I'm glad I made that.
They was just coming off a tournament, bro.
Yeah, they just came off a tournament bid with a really good team, Casper Ware and them.
My cousin, I think you ended up knowing him because he was the team manager, right?
Yeah, that's my boy. For sure. He was manager my freshman year.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to cause I do like financial. We work with finances basically now. Shit.
I follow him. I talk to him any whole time. We going at it on Twitter.
I'm about to have him on the show. Just kick some financial literacy type shit to people.
And he's smart man. You guys see doing this. He's been growing from.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have cousin on there talk about that. But so senior year, what happened with the state? State
okay. Yeah.
How was that state run?
Oh, I mean, it was. I'm not to be. Not even to be cocky or anything. We ran through D5 because they didn't give us open. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that year we probably lost. Like I said, we probably lost our 5 games. That was, like I said, best save of my life. Mm-hmm. I felt great.
Who y'all play in state?
We played a team that wasn't even supposed to be there. We beat them by like 30. 20. But like I said, going into the playoffs, I'm like, I want to play open. Just fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Play
like,
the best kind.
At this point, I know I'm going to school already.
You got one state.
You know what I'm saying? I got one state, even though I didn't really win it.
I got you.
But you feel me? I'm like, I've been to ARCA already. Like, I for sure can't take heartbreak at that motherfucker no more, for sure. I'm like, I want to play open. I want to play against Bissell Day. I want to play Ivan. I never got to play Ivan. I want to play CV. Maybe I want to play them dudes, Deer Valley, Sheldon.
Yeah.
And we had the criteria to go open. We won D5 my freshman year. Yeah. We won section in NorCal. We won section in NorCal my sophomore year. We won section in NorCal my junior year. So, and then we won section.
Why didn't get y'all
section
in
NorCal my senior year?
It was only like 8 seeds or something, right?
Yeah, I guess they just thought we wasn't. I guess they just thought we wasn't good enough. I mean, I really don't know. We was beating everybody in D5. I never lost a playoff game in NorCal D5 my life. All time playing in St. Joe's. So, I mean, given D5, some D5 schools is, but I mean, this games is games. Like, we had to play and we beat them all. But so going into that playoff run, my coach had printed out a picture of the game winner that the dude hit on us. All our reactions. So it's me crying, some of the other homie crying on the ground. And he put it right in our gym. So every time we walk in the gym, you will see it. You feel me? And he was like, if y'all, what you want to do about that? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I can't, people at the school.
Boys didn't make it back the next year? They didn't get close?
Yeah. I played a different team every year.
I know, yeah.
So I don't know. I wasn't really following them like that. But, so and people at the school were seeing the picture. Like, they was telling us about it. Like, y'all know y'all picture up there. I'm like, yeah, all right. But I'm like, in our minds, we was like, all right, they don't want to put us in the open. We gonna run through this D5, and like I said, not to be cocky, but I don't remember really a close game. Probably played one close game, but we ran through the D5 and we ran through the state championship just because, we did play Central Catholic from Modesto, but I think we ended up being at like 15.
Modesto Christian's pretty good.
I played Modesto.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was probably my sophomore year. But like I said,
beat them.
No, I think we lost it.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
They had TJ Wallace.
They had a pretty good squad.
They had Raymond Brennan Bowles. They had a squad. But yeah, that year, like I said, that senior year, we had a chip on our shoulder, so we knew we were supposed to win D5. So it was just went and took that trophy home.
So how was your time at Long Beach?
I love Long Beach, man. I love Long Beach. I mean, I had the thing about Long Beach for me is I had a lot of injuries, so I felt like I never really got to play my best ball. I mean, I had a good run my sophomore year, but I was also coming off an injury the year before that because my freshman year was really a fun experience. We had like the number one preseason schedule in the country, and that's what our coach used to do for us. He would give us like a great, crazy preseason schedule, so kind of prepare us for league. And we played my freshman year, we played Louisville, we played Texas.
Who was on that team? Terry Rozier?
Terry Rozier, Montrezl Harrell.
Donovan was on that team.
Donovan wasn't on, but I played Donovan. I think my junior year. I done been everywhere. Man. We played at. I didn't play at UCLA 4 times. I didn't play at Washington. I didn't play at USC. I didn't play at.
Play Lonzo? No, Lonzo.
Yeah,
Lonzo. Sergio.
Triple double. We played. I didn't play against Duke, but I went on the trip. That was the year I broke my ankle my sophomore year. But I played at Louisville. I played at Texas Arena. I played at North Carolina. I played at Wichita State. I played at a lot of places. I played at Syracuse. That Carrier Dome is different, bro. I played at Syracuse. I played at St. John's. I played at, and that was my freshman year. My freshman year preseason was an experience because I'm coming from St. Joe's, and I'm not really expecting that high major field. I'm going to Long Beach State.
Yeah, you think
almost all our games is high major games. Gotcha. And starting the year, I didn't really. My first game in college was at BYU.
Okay.
And it was sold out. I can't even breathe in that zone because the elevation is so crazy. Yeah. But as you're a freshman, it's your first game, you just want to go play, just play hard, and that's what I did. And I didn't have crazy numbers my freshman year, but I had a stint where I was. Let me talk about this because coming out of high school, I never really had a skill set. I never really in my opinion, I never really developed a skill set to my sophomore year at college, just because I never really understood that just playing hard and out muscling dudes is not good enough. That's what I did in high school.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough. So that worked for me. I will say it worked for me in college for about 3 weeks. I went on a 3-week span of starting and playing real well with the team. I had like 2 double-doubles. We played Washington. I played well. We played Xavier. I had like 15.
Fultz?
I played Markel Fultz my redshirt sophomore year. My freshman year, we played Nigel Williams-Goss and Robert Upshaw.
Okay.
They beat us, though, in a tournament down in Southern Cal. But I played well against them. We played a really good Xavier team and beat them. But that was kind of like the high of my freshman year. Because, after, as a freshman, you hit that wall. This confidence goes out the way. And me personally, I mean, I know things have changed and a lot of people are different. I wasn't really understanding how to put that work in and, get that development how you supposed to. In college, it's different than high school. You can't just show up and do the little, get some shots up and just shoot free throws and go and think you put some work in. You got to lift. You got to get a sweat. You got to really do all that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it was for me my freshman year. And then my sophomore year, I thought I was getting ready to have a good year. I, kind of changed my work ethic a little bit. Not as much as I am now because, I'm trying to be a pro. But I changed it as what I thought would get me right and put me in a position to play well as a sophomore. And we had conditioning. Our conditioning is on track. And then one of our conditioning days, I fractured my ankle. So that's my sophomore year. And we were supposed to be really good. We had a really good team that year. So I fractured my ankle that fall. So I didn't really redshirt at first, but I thought I would be able to play because it was just a slight fracture. So the doctor told me just to rest it. I rested 8 weeks, rehab, came back rehab, feeling crazy. Like, going through rehab make you feel even more bouncy, more athletic, more strong because you're really working hard. Yeah. You're working everything else other than just, my fractured ankle. So I came back feeling great. After rehab, I think I missed I want to say 3-4 games in the preseason. That was it because it was an early injury. So I'm like, no need to redshirt. So then, but my first game back, 3 minutes into the game, I got 4 points, 3 rebounds, and then right as my coach was about to sub me out, something happened. I really don't remember how I fell, but something happened and I broke my ankle again.
The same one?
Same ankle. Snapped it. Same injury.
And it was worse this time?
It wasn't worse. It just refractured. And it was crazy. We was in Charleston at a tournament. So it wasn't like I was at home. Career, so it was the first game of the tournament. We played Seton Hall, too. We beat them. Okay. We beat them by 2. And so damn near if I didn't play them 4 minutes, But I mean, my team probably would have handled that regardless. But yeah, so that was the first game of the tournament. So I couldn't even just go home. I had to stay throughout the whole tournament on crutches, bro.
I did that for Oklahoma State. We went to Oklahoma State and played. I messed up my ankle too, and that shit hurt. And I had to sit there. I mean, we came back the next day. But
it was crazy. It was tough. But I mean,
flying too when you hurt like that.
It's tough. But I mean, eventually, I got a scooter and shit, so that made it easier for me to get around. But yeah, that was my sophomore year, so I ended up having a redshirt that year. I stayed on course with all my classes and whatnot, and I ended up having to get surgery, get a plate and screws in my ankle. I still got it in there to this day. But yeah, so that was my sophomore year. Then next year after that was really kind of my coming out as a, seems like my sophomore year is always really my coming out because I kind of figured it out after my freshman year. Because that's really how it be, though. After your freshman year, I'm pretty sure a lot of hoopers could tell you that. Even in college, after your freshman year, you understand what to do. You know, how to get it done and how to get your name out there and how to play. But so, yeah, this was technically my redshirt sophomore year. And a lot of guys on the team had left that were our stars. And so, I kind of had to step up in a role. I started off kind of slow because I was still coming off the ankle. But once, conference started, I took off from there. I was killing. But at the time, I was still kind of in that mode of just muscle everybody be a dog. I mean, that could work for you in somewhat as far as our league because we didn't really have, 7-footers or, NBA guys. So, I was a quicker big. I was stronger than a lot of the bigger guys. And, I just turned into a double-double machine again. And, I got second team all league that year. And, that was probably my high in college, to be honest. It sucks that it was only my second year, but, that was kind of how it went for me. Okay. So that summer, going into my junior year, I was working hard, going crazy that summer. And I think I had a really good summer playing open round. I was killing. We had kind of a new team. I lost a lot of guys, but we had a good group of guys coming in as far as JUCO transfers and good players coming in. So we thought we would have a good team. And, you know, I was because I just coming off the year I had, my roles was coming up. You know, I was picked preseason player of the year, preseason first team, all type of stuff. You know, name was out there a little bit in the Big West. And so going into that year, I'm working out, going hard, doing everything. But the one thing that I wasn't doing was getting treatment on my body. Okay. I wasn't icing. I wasn't stretching. I wasn't doing nothing. I was just putting that work in and going home and chilling. And, you know, that's the equation for injury again. So ended up going into my junior year. We're supposed to be having a good year. Projected to have a good year because I'm coming back, and another big, my boy Gabe Levin, who's doing this thing in Israel right now. He was supposed to be coming back. So us two were supposed to be, you know, the stars of Long Beach State and get it done for us. I tore my meniscus going into that year. Again, another preseason injury. And I knew it was because I remember playing in the summer league that year, which I killed in the real run down there. I killed that summer league, but I remember the last game of the summer league, like I did something to my knee, and I'm like, ooh, that don't feel right. But I kind of, you know how people who tear their meniscus, they know that you can walk that off. Like that ain't really.
That's why I was going to ask you how long was that recovery, because they say it's quicker than the ACL, right?
That was really quick. I tore my meniscus, but I was like, I didn't really know I tore it at first. So I kind of was like, my knee hurt a little bit, but it was just sore, you know. And then that was the end of my summer of like playing. So it was like I was done playing at that time before season, so I wasn't really doing too much extra. So I just was like, let me just take some time off. So I took like a week off, I want to say. So my knee kind of got better, but it was always kind of, you know, bothering me a little bit. I went to my trainer. He said, because you can't really feel for a meniscus, you know what I'm saying? You really got to get the MRI. So, you know, it didn't really bother me up until like the first week of preseason practice where I did something, I made a cut, and I'm like, oh, yeah, no, my knee's not good. Got the MRI, it was a torn meniscus. Okay. So, but the procedure I had done was just a knee scope. A lot of players get that. Clean it up. That's all they really did. But I knew I had that injury because I did all that work, was hooping open gym, did the summer league, and I wasn't treating myself. I wasn't getting ice. I wasn't getting in Tech. I wasn't stretching when I was supposed to. I wasn't taking care of my body. If I can remember, I wasn't eating right for sure. You know what I'm saying? So
that's big, especially for a big.
That's
for
big.
y'all,
that's
y'all,
big. That's big. And I hope whoever's watching this nutrition and stretching and taking care of your body is health is wealth, man. I mean, I know you hear Bryant talk about he did that. He spent $1 million a year on his body, and I mean that's why he's doing what he's doing in year 17. I mean, taking care of your body is number one, and you got to do that. You got to lift. You got to lift. I wasn't doing it. I was lifting, but I don't. In the season, you got to lift too because you got to keep your body right. It's a grind.
It's just a different kind of lift, but you definitely
got to maintain. You got to maintain that strength in your body. So yeah, I tore my meniscus going to my junior year, but I didn't have to sit out. I think I only missed like a couple games because it was a quick recovery, and I came back, like I said, feeling great because my knee wasn't really hurting that much because it was like a quick clean and it almost felt better. So I felt like I was good.
It'd be like I remember I had some fluid in my knee like junior or sophomore year of football. I came back and my shit felt hella good. Like they just took some shit out.
Once you clean it out, it feels good. But so going into my junior year, redshirt junior year, I played well. I mean, I feel like I could have played a lot better. I don't want to blame it on me, you know, but, you know, I was up and down that year. I had some good games. I had some bad games, but, you know, I could have been way, way, way more consistent. Excuse me. But I will say that I for sure didn't focus on rehab throughout the season as I should have because, you know, you have to do that, you know, just keeping that strength in that knee because any knee that you have surgery on, you know, you got to maintain that strength and you got to just stay on it. So that's something that I for sure, you know, will go back. If I was to say anything different about my college experience, I wouldn't say nothing but how I treated my body. That's pretty much it. After that,
I probably said the same thing, Timmy, because I feel like overall, like my college career was kind of injury, especially at the end.
And I never got hurt before college. Like I always was like, man, I'll never get hurt. Because I just, you know.
I never really, and even when I did get hurt, it was minor stuff, but it was just minor ones at the minor. I never had no major surgery, nothing like that. Yeah, so I was always good. It was just like, and I think for the most part, like after, like I said, my best shape was at Laney. I was eating right and doing my thing running wise, but When I got down in the South, man, I was picking out. I was adding weight too, though. Muscle mass, but it was like
because it's different when you go to college because it's so many free meals. Like you're getting meals with the team, you're getting the meal plan. It's like my freshman year, I put on way too much weight.
Yeah, me too. I gained my freshman 15. Boy, I left Laney at like 190. Nigga, I was playing safe. They moved me to linebacker. I got to like 210.
Yeah, I for sure put on too much weight. You at home, mom.
And when you lifting though, you feel me? Yeah, so it ain't just like getting fat. No, I was hurt. I gotta get back to it.
But yeah, so and then after that year, I had okay. I think I like honorable mention that year in league. And then my senior year came into the year feeling great. Rehab, got my knee right, everything was good. Ended up re-injuring my knee again in the middle of the year.
The same one with the
same knee. I think just something happened to where I really don't fully understand what happened, but the doctor, how he explained it to me, was like my kneecap kind of dislocated and went back in place. And just left a really bad bone bruise on my knee to where like I kind of played through the bone bruise for a long time, not really knowing what I played through the bone bruise, not really knowing what it was. I just was like, my knee probably sore from my prior surgery I had a year ago. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me just, get treatment. Because at this time, I'm taking care of my body a little bit better. I'm stretching, I'm treating myself. I'm doing all the nine to get right, play through the grind of the season. But my knee just wouldn't get right. And so I ended up getting the MRI. They said, yeah, you got this really bad bone bruise, probably your kneecap probably dislocated and went back in place. So it's my senior year. At this point, I'm like, I'm not trying to miss no more games. I had already missed the start of the league, and I was killing the preseason. In my opinion, I was averaging like 14-7, 15-7. In my opinion, I was really good. Then going into league, for me, I didn't play like the first 3-4 games, and my team was losing. So it was like I just felt so much pressure to play. I mean, nobody really pressured me to play. I mean, obviously the coach is gonna be like, Timmy, you good when you back? Because a bone bruise, to them, it's not really a big deal, And then if you hear it, it's not really a big deal. You kind of can play through. It just depends how much it hurt.
Yeah.
My shit hurt like a motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie. So I couldn't really play, but I wanted to play so bad because it's my boys. Like I had the opportunity to transfer because I had graduated early.
Okay.
I had a couple schools trying to get to me. For sure, Pac-12 schools or some West Coast Conference schools. Like I thought about going somewhere else and playing a little bit up. I didn't think I was going to the NBA or nothing like that. I want to be a successful pro, but I wasn't thinking big like that. But I had the opportunity to upgrade from Long Beach State. Not shitting on Long Beach State, but I wanted to play with these guys, the guys that I you know what I'm saying. So I was so thirsty to play, and I probably wouldn't have done this. This is probably another thing that I probably shouldn't have done, but I just went ahead and just got a cortisone shot on my knee.
I did it before, bro.
And I was like, you know what?
Don't do it. I tell athletes on it before.
Don't do it.
Don't do that shit, bro.
I mean, if
after the game,
it depends who you are. I mean, it depends what your risk is too. I feel like at the time when I did it, I shouldn't have did it because it was my senior year when I was supposed to be getting paid. I feel like I would have. And I was close to getting 1,000 points, so I wanted to do all that. I wanted to finish my college experience, and I didn't want to go out injured because I was already injured before. Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, Timmy just injured, bro."
Yeah.
So I just kind of wanted to thug it out, and I probably shouldn't have did. I probably should just took care of myself, got healthy, and prepared for being a pro. Because that's really where it's at for you, for all the athletes out there. Where the money is at. When you're making your money, that's what you're supposed to.
Your body makes your money. So you gotta take.
College, you playing college for that degree there. But like I said, so yeah, got the cortisone shot. I for sure finished the year shitty as hell. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. But yeah, finished the year.
They try to make you practice the next day.
Oh no! I took it.
They out of pocket. Why my coach trying to make me practice?
That's football though, bro.
Still, that's out of pocket.
Yeah,
on my ankle, bro. My shit was so young. It was like this big, bro. My ankle. And the next day, they tried to have me practice the pass. I was hot. I was like, hell no. I was standing on the side. I couldn't do shit, bro.
Nah, that's out.
Man, I forgot to ask you this question in the beginning, especially with our hoopers. We like to ask our hoopers this question. Timmy, you're going to have to answer it for me. Who was the first person to bust your ass?
See, I'm really, I remember I heard you talking about that. I, don't really remember, but I will say these two names that for sure gave me the most fits when I was younger.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, yeah.
So, because nobody really, hit me like that when I was older, because, that's how I know that for sure. But I mean, dudes have dogged my teams for sure. But when I was younger, who gave me the most work, Junior used to cook me all the time in practice.
Junior big as hell.
Because I mean, I was way skinnier back then, but we kind of was the same height as far as, so I had to guard him. But he had the footwork. He was big as fuck. Had great, big ass hands.
Great hands.
Samoan,
great big ass soft
black.
hands.
He was Samoan and black.
Junior had some big ass hands.
He'll knock your ass out with the hands for sure.
I remember as a youngster, he used to be on that block just palming it like this. As a youngster, though,
he had the jump hood at 8 years old, so Junior for sure. Because we was always on the same team too, so he would always just kick me in practice. We were Junior, probably
Junior one, who's the other?
And I just remember always battling Sean Briggs, like.
Sean cold.
When he was younger, Sean was cold.
Yeah, Sean still cold. Sean still. I'm about to get Sean on. Sean
still cold. I mean, Sean was a big guard. Big guard. He always had handle, bro. He was hella big, but he was all right with the handle.
He kind of like you, because you kind of like wide. So like he was big, long, wide.
He had a handle though.
Right.
That's why Sean always, because he played MVP Elite, I believe. Mm-hmm. And we always ended up playing them. I just knew him every time I seen Sean. For sure, it's going to be a battle. I don't know who got the best of each other, but he'll probably say himself. But I mean, if he say that, I'm gonna say myself.
Okay, then who was the toughest for you on the college level to defend?
I mean, bro, I was playing a 4 and a 5 in college, bro. So I'm 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah.
It's big guys I played against. I remember for sure my freshman year I played against Miles Turner and Cameron Ridley at Texas. They both 7 foot. I was guarding both of them.
Miles, big boy.
Miles is not. I mean, I knew he was. I did my junior year. We played Arizona and played against DeAndre Ayton. You know, I mean, but I'm naming dudes just really unfair. Like they 7 foot. I'm trying to think of maybe somebody who's just. I mean, it's a lot. I played a lot of pros though, bro. We played Markel, we played Lonzo, we played Brandon Ingram, we played Pascal Siakam.
Where Pascal go to college?
Mexico State.
Okay.
We played Pascal.
A cool game back then.
It was just double machine, but a high double.
Like 15, a high motor type
15. He'll go get. He's just pop. How you do now? He's just going. I'm trying to think. We played Norman Powell. We played some dudes. I played a lot of dudes, man. But I don't know. Nobody really like. I mean, you could say DeAndre Ayton was a monster. Miles Turner. We played Kansas, man. I played at Kansas, bro. Josh Jackson, Devontae Graham.
That was my team as a youngster for basketball. I used to love Kansas basketball.
Allen Fieldhouse is real. And they was playing us, so I'm like, this showed out for us, but there's nothing to do out there. So you got to go to Kansas.
Got to go to the basketball game.
Yeah, they got that shit rocking.
So what you got going now, Cuddy? I know you said you about to leave in a couple of days.
Yeah, I'm about to go to Portugal for my first year pro overseas.
Okay.
On Saturday, actually.
So what's up, man?
So I've been just working this whole summer. I actually lucked out during the quarantine. I had a gym that I was working out in Long Beach. So.
Trying to, I know the new age big. They like y'all to jump, play D, and shoot a little bit. Back when I used to play with you, I know you could hit that mid range. Are you expanding your range a little bit? Trying to work on that.
Okay. I believe I got to do on that. I've been working on it for a year now. Before my senior year, I worked on it, but when you only work on it for about 6 months and not game, it's hard for it to really transition to the game. And I never really shot games in college. I mean, shot game threes in college. But I've been working on it for a year and a half, almost 2 years now. I feel real confident in my 3 ball. So I'm gonna send y'all the highlights.
Most definitely. I'm gonna post you, Cuddy. Come on, man. It's nothing.
Sure.
I got 2 more for you before I let you go, Timmy.
Sir.
First, give me an all-time starting 5.
All right, all-time starting 5. I'm gonna go off from my 5 man. I'm going Hakeem the Dream. I'm Nigerian. That's my parents' favorite player too. And so they put me on him early, but I mean, I watched.
Pops probably used to love the Dream. He did Shaq dirty. Come on, man.
Let's just go with him off the 5 because I know that's a little different.
Okay.
I need Bryant at the 3. That's my 3.
Okay.
And to be honest, I'm gonna go KD at the 4. We're gonna go small ball with that.
Okay.
If that's I could do that.
No, yeah. Most definitely. Just give me each position. Go ahead.
Okay. And then at the 1, J Kidd, because J Kidd went to my high school too.
Gotcha.
You
got J Kidd running the show.
J Kidd's a point.
Ooh, J Kidd.
At the 2, I gotta go Kobe.
J Kidd running that show. Hakeem, we can dump it down low. You got them wings. KD and Bryant. Kobe being an assassin. That's a nice little squad right there.
My coach got to be Nelly, Don Nelson.
He said Nelly. I was like, you running for real. Look at him. He said Nelly.
Don Nelson.
He said Nelly. Yeah. Hey, man, I wish I could get Nelly on the show. They say Nelly out, retired out in Hawaii smoking big dope. Yeah, Nelly Kush.
KD at the four.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my squad.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, before I get you out of here, Timmy, I need one more thing out of you, my brother. Let me see. So I got it. I'll put it later. All right. This last question I like to ask all our guests, but before you answer it, brother, you just gotta know if you know the person, I need to lie. So who should we have next on the show?
On the show,
could be
next,
basketball.
Yeah.
You are what? You about our fourth hooper now, fourth hoop person.
Okay. I mean, a lot of dudes I know that's hooping out here is probably on their way overseas. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and say my boy. You know Akatunde Ahmad?
Tunde. Yeah, I play baseball with Tunde.
You need him on that.
Come on, man. Yeah, please tap in Tunde for me. Yeah, please, man. That's my boy right there.
He's doing other things.
Come on. We need that on there, bro. Yeah, we need him on here. Man, Tunde,
smartest man.
And he been cool like that since we was younger. Since he was younger. His older brothers with the shit, his pops with the shit. Mom's a pops both teacher.
5.0 student, Yale graduate.
Out of Oakland Tech, man, right here out of Oakland Tech. Come on, man.
Yale and Columbia graduate. So
I played Beirut. I played Little League with my brother.
Okay. So we've been cool ever since.
Okay, hey, that's a dope one, man. I love that one right there. Hey, thanks again, Timmy, for coming on, my brother. Hey, best of luck out there. You stay safe, man. Don't let no woman out there get you caught up.
I got one at home, man.
All right, there you go.
I love you, Sophia.
Yeah, there you go.
We play for keeps, Cuddy. You ain't heard about the huddle fire with no with D-Lane. We tryna get it off the muscle. Walters caught the pick and ran it back without a tussle. Blow the whistle, coach is trying to get back to the huddle.